Are you looking to get started on YouTube? Today I'm going to go over 3 tips that you need to know in order to set up your channel just from your phone. I have Taizia here today, who is also looking to get started on YouTube, and we're going to do a walkthrough together so that by the end of this video you know exactly what to do to get started on YouTube. To start off, why don't you tell us more about what you want to do on YouTube and how you came up with this idea?
Hi Steven, hi everyone. For me, I just finished my yoga teacher training and I started teaching yoga, and also I'm a meditation coach. And I realized that to be ahead of my competition, I need to have some online presence. And YouTube came to mind right away. It's one of the most popular platforms out there to create content and share your ideas and your business. So that's why I'm here, and I want to learn how to set it up and get started.
So first thing we're going to do, Taizia, is why don't we go to your YouTube homepage first on your YouTube app, and why don't you show me kind of what your channel currently is?
Yes, Steven. So my channel right now is very basic. I just set up my account and I called my account The Girl in Nature. What do you think about that name?
Right, so the first thing, one of the 3 things that you need when you're setting up a new channel is your YouTube title, like just the channel name. And this is one thing that people often kind of get tripped up on. But the first thing I can say is that you can change your title name anytime that you want. So if you ever want to do something else, you can change that. And that happens a lot because people's perspectives change all the time. So tell me why you decided to use The Girl in Nature.
I really enjoy spending time in nature, and part of the philosophy that I want to bring with my videos and my yoga is that connection between humans and nature. So that's why I thought about that title. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I like kind of the direction that it's coming from, but one thing that I always suggest, usually, especially if you're going to be in the video and you're going to be a personality, is always including some of your personal branding, which is your name. And including your name into your YouTube channel is a very good start from the beginning. And that way also, if you ever want to expand into like other things, like even if you want to talk about work-life balance, it would make sense, and it'll be a lot more brandable. So what we can do is I want you to click into your channel. So not that one here, but you know how it says your channel there? You can click there. And then you can click on Edit Channel and click on the pencil icon for The Girl in Nature. And here you can edit your title. And why don't we switch it to Taizia in Nature instead?
That sounds wonderful, Steven. I love it.
Awesome. That's good. So that's kind of like, that way it's unique to you. So it's not just some girl in nature, it's Taizia.
I love it. Yes. Thank you so much for the tip. And what did I go and put in my description? I wonder how long it has to be or how short, and what should I say there?
Definitely. So that is the second tip that we have here, which is talking about channel description. And even though not a lot of people realize that there's a description that you can do, but it's a great way for you to kind of remind yourself even. Sometimes if you're thinking, oh, why am I making this channel in the first place, to have a description. And usually around 3 to 4, 2 to 3 sentences is kind of okay, because the key here is you want to be to the point in terms of what you do. And you want to make sure that it's inviting to new audiences who are looking to see what you're all about.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah, the main goal for me is to share my teaching, like yoga teaching style, and also, have a chance for people to reconnect with nature and their bodies. And also, I want to help people create more balance between their health and nature.
Right. So I'll just do an example here, because I actually find that most creators learn the best in terms of doing examples. So we can say, hi, I'm Tazia, and I'm being mindful, nature, and what's one more thing that we can say? Mindful, connection with nature.
And balance.
Oh yeah, work-life balance.
Work-life balance, yes.
Awesome. Now, one thing that I'm doing here is that the channel description is also SEO focused, meaning that when people are searching for things, if you include keywords in your description, that can also help you with visibility, so people can find you and be able to know who you are. That's why I included your name, because your name is very unique, actually, right? And so if people are ever searching, they can find your YouTube right away. And we also have mindful, connection, work-life balance, and things like that.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for helping with this.
And I think maybe one more thing we can talk about is, the mental and physical and mental well-being.
Yes,
right?
yes, that would be important.
So I can say, check out my channel to learn more
between your physical body and mind.
And mind. Yeah. And like most of these things, you can always change it, you can always add things if you want. It just depends on, that's what YouTube is all about, experimentation.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Steven. I have one more question, and maybe that could be your third tip for today, is what would you recommend in terms of profile picture and the background picture? How do I make it more attractive or interesting for the audience?
I think that's definitely a big part of YouTube, right? Like the visual aspect. That's why YouTube exists in the first place. And tell me more in terms of, I see right now you have your profile picture and you haven't picked out like a banner as well. And to quickly talk about, like, a banner is pretty much kind of like it's just like a Facebook banner, Twitter, it kind of shows what you're all about, and it's in landscape. So that's one thing that you also want to set. But for that one aside, tell me more in terms of what is this profile picture that you chose currently?
I chose currently a picture of me in Hawaii, which is a very picturesque and beautiful nature place. So I realized that it's gorgeous there, and I have that picture with me being in nature. So I figured it would look good in my YouTube channel picture.
Right. One thing that people often do when they select thumbnails, profile pictures, is that when they look at the picture itself, it's like the full picture, and it looks really good.
Yeah, on the computer.
Exactly. But one thing we need to keep in mind is that once it's on YouTube, and once it's like a profile icon, it's tiny. Yeah, it's very tiny. So my suggestion for this one is that while you do look really good in that picture, I think for personal branding, I would go for a photo that is that shows your face and shows who you are, something that's recognizable. Because if there's one thing about YouTube, it's about featuring yourself. Because we humans actually naturally gravitate towards faces. That's why when you go on YouTube, you see faces everywhere. Everybody's like putting their face there because like we tend to like react to that more. So for yours, I would suggest, if possible, to have your face and maybe like in a setting which still encapsulates what you're all about. And I know that you love going hiking and like all the trails, so I'm sure like maybe that could be a possible photo that you can do.
That's a very great suggestion. Thank you so much, Steven. Now I have a better idea of what kind of picture I want to post, and also the banner, I'm looking at it as some nice nature picture, and then more of my face in the center. That would, I think, create a good representation of what this channel is going to be about.
Yeah, actually, this Hawaiian photo, is it vertical or horizontal?
It's horizontal.
So you could actually use this as your banner photo for now, and then you can put a kind of a headshot-like photo for your profile picture. And then that way, since that Hawaiian photo is really nice, you can still utilize it for your YouTube.
That sounds perfect. Thank you so much.
So there you have it, folks. We have three things that we talked about. We talked about the title, we talked about the description, and we also talked about kind of the profile picture and the more visual aspect here. They're all things that you want to consider when it comes to starting a YouTube channel from scratch and you haven't done anything before like that.
Thank you so much. That was so wonderful. I learned so much, and now I'm happy with my initial setup.
For sure. And as always, I'm going to include her channel, so if when she starts creating content, you'll be able to find her content and learn more about meditation. But otherwise, let me know if you have any questions when it comes to starting on YouTube, and we'll all see you in the next video. Bye-bye.